Alrighty folks, we have another new release review for you today. And this one is Hades Live on Location. Originally released in 1991. This was just reissued, remastered by NoLifeTilMetal Records. That name may sound familiar to some of you. So anyway, it's got 13 live tracks on it. And then it has 4 bonus tracks. Now 2 of these bonus tracks, MES, Technical Difficulties, and Diplomatic Immunity, were released on the cassette in 1991, but were not released on either the CD or the vinyl. So it's weird that they weren't released on the CD. And then the 16th song is Ground Zero NYC, which was it was on one of their later albums. Oh, you know what? It's on the. I'm getting ahead of myself. How about I just slow it down here and show you the. Well, here we're at the slipcase, aren't we? There's your insides there. You can see the NoLifeTilMetal.com on the spine there. Booklet. Alan Tecchio on vocals. He went off to form Nonfiction with Dan Lorenzo. I'm jumbling this all up. Then Dan Lorenzo on guitar, who formed the band in 1978. They put out a bunch of splits and demos, singles from like 82 to 86, and then they finally released a full-length album in 87. In 88, they released their follow-up album. In 89, they broke up because they weren't seeing any success. They did get back together for this show, Live on Location, which was recorded in 1991. And that was supposed to be their last show. It wasn't their last show. They got back together in 95, released maybe 3 albums in between then and 2002, then split up again. Then they got back together in 2010. I think they've just been touring. They put out a video in 2011. I don't know if they've remastered any of their other albums or this is the first one. So anyway, Dan Lorenzo on guitar and backing vocals. He's also in Patriarchs in Black. Like I said, he was in Nonfiction with Alan Tecchio. He was also in a band called Vessel of Light, which Jimmy Schulman is on bass here. And he was also in Vessel of Light. I believe the band's still going. And Ed Furman is on your other lead. And then T. Coombs listed on here. Tom Coombs. He really didn't do anything outside of this band. He played with Trickster for a little while, who is also out of Paramus, New Jersey, like Hades. I hear that there's a concerted effort to get Gary Joyce to represent this district in New Jersey. And here we got danlorenzo.net down there. So anyway, I'm kind of jumping all over the place. That's what happens when you write haphazard notes. But like I said, NoLifeTilMetal, cover and design and layout by Scott Waters. NoLifeTilMetal channel on the YouTubes. So yeah, normally I wouldn't on a band that's fairly obscure like this. I mean, I remember the name Hades from back in the day, but I never checked them out, never knew anything about them, never knew anybody who listened to them. Normally on a band that's obscure, fairly obscure like this, I'd just roll a purchase like this into my CD update. But I figured since this was NoLifeTilMetal Records, subsidiary of Rox Records, and that it was Scott Waters affiliated, I figured I'd do a little mini review of it. The band, see if I can get back focused. Maybe I had too much coffee before I did this video. They border on US power metal and thrash, hints of speed in there, very much in the vein of like Metal Church or Laz Rocket. So if you like those bands, I would definitely check this out because it's very much in that vein. Alan Tecchio, I don't know if I said, I know I said he was with Nonfiction. He also sang for a little while with Watchtower. He's got a really incredible range. A little higher than what I normally like, but it fits the music really well. And like I said, also, and Dan Lorenzo, amazing guitar player. On the other standout on here is Tom Coombs. That guy is a killer drummer. I mean, he's all over the place, 100 miles an hour on this album. I don't know his story. I don't know why Hades is the only band he's ever been with outside of Trickster, and is not even listed like any year or anything with Trickster, so I don't think he was probably with them for very long. Listening to him play, he was probably too heavy for Trickster. Probably sped their songs up 50 beats per minute. So anyway, yeah, this is a really good album. I mean, I saw it pop up on my thread. I threw it on. I started playing it. The Leaders is the first track. I was immediately hooked. I'm like, oh man, I'm going to get this one. This sounds great. So Opinionate, another great tune. Gang chorus on there. Rape of Persephone. They actually mention in here, Dan Lorenzo, that was written 3 years before Enter Sandman, and there is a little similarity there. Cross, another slower tempo track. Aftermath of Betrayal. Night Stalker, another fast bruiser. These guys, none of their songs are too long. A lot of them are around the 3-minute mark. Some of them are even under 3 minutes. But they don't feel like they're under 3 minutes. They get so much done in that 3-minute time frame. So many chord changes, riff changes. The songs actually seem like they're longer than they are. Let me see if I got any other notes on here, since I didn't even pay attention to my notes and just jumped all around. No, looks like that's about it. So if you guys like your old school power metal with hints of thrash in it, then I would go check this out. Fans of Metal Church and Laz Rocket should definitely enjoy this one. Hades, live on location. 2025 remaster reissue put out by NoLifeTilMetal Records. You guys have a good one.